Hey guys, welcome to our first in the series of Ask a Developer for Code Solutions. Alright, so I'm going to be your host, our resident developer, Shawn Blazer. So what we're going to be looking at is some questions you might have if you're just starting off in the world of development. Alright, so in this series, I'm going to try my best to answer them. Who am I, by the way? I'm the guy who has dedicated most of his life to development. I've done web development, app development, video editing, graphics, you name it, I've done it. So I've gone the whole full spectrum. And these are some of the answers I wish I had when I just started out. So I'm hoping this will help you. So I'm gonna start you off with some questions that pretty much I think that you guys might have and you want the answers to. But after this series, I'm asking you guys to put your questions in the comment section of this video, and the next video that precedes this video, I'll try my best to answer them for you and to give you real, tangible answers, not the good stuff or the crap that you read online. I'm going to give you based on my personal experiences, and if I don't know the answer, I will search it out for you and give it to you. So alright, so I have my lovely assistant here who is going to be asking me the questions, and I'll do my best to answer the questions for you. Alright, so I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be the world's biggest expert, but what I'm going to do is try my best, as I said before, to just give you real tangible answers that will help you on your development journey, because this is what Code Solutions was aimed to do, to make your coding and programming life as simple as possible and as easy as possible for you to get into. So alright, we're gonna get them. Alright, so first question.
What is the best app store to publish your apps and why?
Alright, what's the best app store to publish your application? Alright, so for this particular video, I'm going to be dealing with Android development. So if you're in Android development, this is the video for you. There are a lot of app stores out there now. You have AdMob, you have SideRail, you have APK Pure, and you have Google Play Store. So what we're going to be looking at is the Google Play Store, and by far it's the best app store to start out with. And when you notice my words, to start out with, because it's you just pay a one developer fee and pretty much you get distribution to a whole ton of countries that Google has access to. So you get instantly a marketplace right there. But there are some pretty much some drawbacks that you have to be aware of as a young developer. What are those drawbacks, you might ask? These are things that I've encountered. All right. First of all, you have the issues that Google carries. What are some of those issues that Google carries? In terms of, I guess, in terms of maintaining your apps, but let me not jump into that.
Can I ask a question?
Go, student.
What about maintenance of the app? Yes, that is what I was about to ask.
Oh, maintenance of the app. Oh, I almost jumped into that. So maintenance of the app. That's the first issue you'll have with the Google Play Store. It seems initially like an easy thing where you create an app and then you just update it and you make variations to your app. But what they don't tell you is every time you upgrade your app, you will need to get it approved. And in fact, there have been many situations where you've had an app approved and the update is what gets your app pulled from the Play Store altogether. So now you're going to ask yourself as a young developer, how is it I had my app approved and now I'm updating my app, the same app, all I'm doing is just adding a new feature and the entire app gets pulled from the Play Store. Let me tell you why. They are lazy. No, they are lazy. So let me tell you, and it has nothing to do with the virus. It's just the fact that they're lazy. Let me tell you why. Initially, as a young developer, when you put your apps out there, I don't know if Google just rubber stamps your app and allows it in. They are expecting you to read their policies that are ever changing. So therefore, it really is on your benefit. It's for your benefit that you read those policies. And once again, I said they're ever changing. However, when you make your second update to your app or third, that's the time when they start to scrutinize your app and look if it violates or messes with their policy. And that's the time you probably get your app pulled. So if you have an app that has a gray area that might mess with their policy, and there are so many ways to mess with their policy, chances are I would advise you not to update your app, because it's when you update your app, you come under the notice of the watchful eyes of the wonderful people at Google, and they pull your app.
Okay, should anything go wrong with your application, what does Google do to assist you as a developer?
Google, in terms of assisting you if your app is messing up or infringing on their policies, I can tell you, and any experienced developer can tell you, that they do absolutely nothing. They say they do stuff, but they really don't do anything of merit that will help you as a young developer. Once again, remember the part that I said before, you need to know their policies. That means you'll be reading through booklets like a lawyer. Yes, you'll have to have some legal mindset when you read their policies in order to know why or if your app infringed. So pretty much they don't do much. Most of the times experienced developers will say that dealing with Google is like dealing with robots. Really, it is like dealing with robots. You can appeal a decision, which is good. You can appeal a decision, and unlike some app stores, at least you'll know what point that your app infringed on their policies. So when you do that, sometimes you'll get a human being, and you feel like it's a human being because it has a name like Steve or Doris or Janet. So you feel like you're talking to a human being. But that only comes in after you appeal in most cases, never initially on your first strike. In your first strike can be about anything. You could probably have an app that says spyware. I don't know why you'd name an app spyware, but let's just say you did. So that would mess with Google's policy. Did I answer all your questions, person?
I actually have one more question.
Okay,
As a young developer, what would be the best language to develop apps with?
Okay, that question is a question that most persons come and ask me. What is the best? So I'm going to deal with, once again, I said this video is about Android development. So therefore, for Android development, I'd recommend going the language of Kotlin. Why Kotlin? Kotlin is easier to use, it's verbose, but if you want to torture yourself and you're a new developer, and the word here is torture yourself, you can go the route of learning Java. You don't have to do that, but if you choose the harder way, because some persons like the hardest way to get to their house, maybe you're one of those persons, go do Java. But if you're just like me and you just want to get to the point and you just want to develop your apps as fast as possible, use Kotlin. So my advice would be start off with Kotlin and see how it goes. Alright guys, so pretty much this has been our first episode in Ask a Developer. I feel like I'm melting. Is there a sun in here? Alright, so pretty much if you have any questions, if you like this series, give it a thumbs up, recommend it to a friend. We will be doing a lot more.